Hi there, I'm Robert Dudzik, and today I'm very excited to share with you the brand new ABSYNTH 6. ABSYNTH overall is very important instrument to me, and hard to believe, but ABSYNTH for the first time was introduced to us in 2001. That was 24 years ago. This is when I pretty much discovered ABSYNTH and one of my visits to my local Guitar Center store, when I can find like a nice shiny white box with blue something and just say ABSYNTH. I don't know what was there, but I buy it because I previously already own like some of the Native Instruments products. So I say, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna get it. And when I bring home, I install, and that's the days when you have to bring your CD-ROM inside. I was just completely blown away with the sounds, what you are able to do. And that was the point in my career where I decided I wanted doing cinematic sound design, because there was the chance where for the first time I have a chance to bring my own original sounds recording and bring them into instrument to like synthesizer and play with the sounds and creating this amazing soundscapes, drones, and you name it, underscore tones. So this is how I break with my first releases for cinematic world. So that was like 2002, I think, so when I released first time. And since then I've been using very heavily ABSYNTH until 2009. Yes, when they released like the last version of ABSYNTH 5, then ABSYNTH kind of like a disappear. Like I don't hear nothing about this thing, and luckily Native Instruments and other brands was starting putting other instruments when I was able to already adopt stuff, my sounds into and play with them. But ABSYNTH was the always strong foundation to me. So for 16 years I don't hear nothing about ABSYNTH. Like there was nothing. It still work, but there was no progress. Nothing happened until last week when I speak with my friend. We have like video call, and I say, make anything new coming? And he said like, actually, yeah, we have ABSYNTH 6 coming. I say, what? He say, yup, we redesigned ABSYNTH 6 and it's coming next week. Guys, we talk about gap of 16 years and they released this thing. So I'm so excited. So of course I asked when I can have it. And he said like, you can have it like soon as I'm gonna get, you know, the version to download for you. I waking up in the morning, boom, there it is, ABSYNTH 6 in my account. I installed and I started playing, and I say, guys, I feel like kid in the toy store or candy shop. All the sounds, what I remember, what I have in the ABSYNTH, they play beautifully. All my expansions, all my personal sound design elements was playing back, everything will work. Plus, a tons new future and new sounds what the guys did, what they did, amazing job. And I gotta say, the guys no waste time, but the most important thing, they capture the essence of the original ABSYNTH, the way how the patches, the layout, the structure. So if you know already ABSYNTH, you're gonna feel very comfortable with the new version of ABSYNTH 6, because it is ABSYNTH, it's just more sleek, it's more updated look, and the guys definitely take advantage of the technology, how much we move further, and they learn from other instruments, and they put like what's best of the put, and the ABSYNTH 6 was gonna work, and it sounds beautiful. It sounds like ABSYNTH, just sounds like ABSYNTH 6 right now. So guys, I'm so excited right now to show you. So before I'm gonna go deeper, I want to play you like one of the sounds I just did, and this thing just fool around because I like it, you know. And what I want to show you, it's all gonna be done in the complete keyboard. Yeah, surprise to you. And I tell you why, because all Native Instruments and other instruments, if they are NKS ready, it means they are compatible with all this keyboard, and they're reading all the pre-map microcontrols. So of course I open, and all the maps right now align to me. So you feel like it's a virtual instrument, but you have all the mechanical, physical control over yourself. So it's really fun. So let's have some fun with some sounds. Guys, I just did this with the one password I did, and it's very easy to do this thing. Just do little tweaks at maybe your waveform inside, and it's just absolutely sick. But what's beauty about the ABSYNTH, if you don't know, ABSYNTH will give you the chance to creating the story by painting all these amazing soundscapes, sounds, drones, you name it, whatever you want. And you really don't have to be keyboard player. Like, I am not keyboard players. I play sometimes 2-3 fingers, and a lot of composers who I know, like Ailey's big names composer, Tony's like 2-3 fingers. That's already too many sometimes. Sometimes you just have to play just the one note, but play this in the right space. And it's very important what you can do with this note, what you can lay over, how you can develop the sounds, and if the sounds will be able to tell the full story and match working nice with the picture. So ABSYNTH is definitely the instrument when I would recommend you to explore as a sound design, and just go explore and play with this thing, because you can do crazy stuff with this thing. So guys, let me show you right now. When you open ABSYNTH 6, the first thing you're gonna see is like this kind of like a map, like a spacious map, and it's like, what is it, you know? And looks almost like a secret map if you watch like Mission Impossible movie or any action movie, and they're gonna ask you like where the satellite locate, and they're gonna show you a map. Boom, there's the whole satellite. You like, then you're gonna zoom in. It's like, hey, can we find something? You know what I mean? Where they are, where they connect. So you can move them. But what it is, this is a map. It's a browser. It's the new way of finding your sounds. So each of the dots represents some sounds. Now you see they all connect to each other, like right here. It's mean when you click a next sound, it's some kind of relate to the sound what you clicked previously. So you hear the snapshots of the preview. Well, obviously you can hear the preview, so you can use your browser controller and your complete control or in the system. But this is really cool. And one of the greatest things what they did with that, when you can go right here, when you have the way how they show the browse, how you do. So you have like typical banks, include the ABSYNTH Legacy or my expansions still. You can go by the types, what everyone know by the types, you can go search them. You can go by the character, again, everybody understanding. But the coolest thing is go by the sliders. So now, let me make it smaller. And now you want your sound to be a little more darker. You don't want all the bright side. Look at this, you move to the left, and the more you move to the darker side, you have the less option of just the darker sound. They're going to be less bright. I want the sound be less aggressive, and I want the sounds be more soft. When you're moving to the left, it's automatically starting narrow to you only to the sounds where they are more soft. Then I want be less static. I want the sounds to be more evolved and maybe a little more sustainable. And boom, this is where we come right now. So click on them, and that's the sounds what we're looking for right now. So we like the sound. It's really cool. So this is how the new browser works. So guys, I would definitely recommend you and go and explore with the browser, because it is just insane. And one of the another things what the guys did is bring the muted. Muted was the thing. I was able to randomize all this process inside the ABSYNTH and creating all these amazing sounds. So like right now, okay, a lot of synths do these things, and it's like, okay, you're not surprised, randomize. Everyone knows this. 24 years ago, way back, stuff like this was like, it was just completely mind-blowing. So with Mutalize, it's a basically different code for the randomizer, but when you hit, you have the sound, gonna generate for you brand new sounds based on the genre. And this is something definitely would give you a chance to creating your own sound and save them and creating your own sound. So it's something definitely worth it exploring. So remember, it's right here. Let's go to like next thing. Let's go maybe to the patches. So right here, right in the beginning, you see the patches looks just like the original instrument looks. And you can click right here and look at this. You can add. Now you hear a lot of effects going on, and you may be not a big fan of these effects. You want to have something different, and you just go change. Or you have to go to the effects section. And one of the things I find out a lot of times when I work with the synthesizers, I don't like sometimes the effects. I want to put my own stuff, what I like, what's going to working. So you will have to go and tune all individual effects. Here, you just go click one button and it's dry. And you can add any of your effects. Here, I want to show you an example how you can basically pretty much import your own samples. So like right here, you can go click right here and you can go to the browser. You can choose for any of the samples what they already offer you, or you can just go to your own bank and you can choose. So you see, I'm doing this all with the one patch on the fly. So guys, definitely it's worth it to explore this thing. And one of the important things, oh, guys, I'm all over this thing. Let's go to the next thing. So guys, you hear I did all this crazy sound just with the one patch, just switch my one wave form and put like some bell sound, and it just sounds insane what you can do with this thing. So it's definitely worth it to explore more with this engine. Now guys, let me show you something what you can do with the envelope, because envelope is like one of the probably most powerful tools and like weapon what inside the ABSYNTH, and it's definitely worth to take advantage. So you can see this right now. You can control them very easy. You can completely reshape the sound. The last thing I want to show you is assign. When you can go here, when you can assign all the effects process, whatever you want to your knobs, how you can program the sounds. And if you're using MIDI controller like Rolly or any or like Expressive and anything will have like MPE or Aftertouch, here you can program everything and you can just activate right here this button, and you can just take the full advantage of the ABSYNTH engine, and you can just creating and just have control of the sound like insane way. So guys, I'm not gonna go much deeper about this because I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just very excited about this instrument and I really want you guys to try it. So if you really think like there will be something what you just want to add to your sound design arsenal, check the link, it's in the description right now. Just go check them and download and just start exploring with this thing because it's just insane. So before we're gonna go, I'm just gonna play a few more sounds for you, like what I think like one of my favorite sounds, what I say for myself. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.